Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? What is going on in the crew today? Let me just get my screen all set up over here. I am waiting for Alice to pop on, but in the meantime, we will just hang out and have fun ourselves. And I will be doing EPP no matter what. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing today, love? So Michelle helped me fix all of the issues I had on my system and everything. Up there she comes. Here she comes. Hey, Miss June, how you doing? Hello, Raven. Girl, how are you doing?
I'm tired. I'm getting there.
You were totally fine. Hey, it's Sunday. It's supposed to be a lazy day anyway.
Oh,
So,
Jaden's 21st birthday was yesterday.
oh my gosh.
He's
Happy
a
birthday.
he's officially an adult,
Oh, that is scary.
right?
It's always scary whenever the littles get become an official adult that is legal to
She,
do it all.
she can't, or she can't do nothing. She don't got an ID yet.
Ah. Oh
Oh
my
Lord.
goodness gracious. So let's see here. In that room, we have Michelle and June and Raven. We got Candy, Auntie Eva, Opal, and Miss Linda, our cell lady. She says she's attaching binding while she watches. Well, don't stab your fingers. That hurts. Speaking from experience.
You also shouldn't sew your finger together either.
Yeah, so while Donna was live, I actually pressed all of my EPP blooms that I had all completed and everything and got them hanging up on my new design wall. I'm so loving this thing behind me. I swear to God.
Well,
Hello, Andrea. Says, howdy, Danelle, Alice, and Pete. It's great to be with you for a little while. It is almost time for my church to start, but I will catch the replay. No worries. Hey, young Miss Patty G. Eva says, happy birthday. Wait till she says she's going to the bar. That is a wake up call. Big time.
well, I'm pretty lucky. She really doesn't drink. She's on the high end of autistic, on the spectrum, the high end. Uh, I mean, she'll never live by herself completely, but she does pretty good. But she doesn't drink really. She didn't want to go out. She just wanted her best friend down, then for me to cook dinner, and that was it.
Aw.
So
I am finally pulling the fabric out of the bag.
look at you.
It is my Tula Pink fabric that I got, which is going to be what I use. I'm going to use my little template here to fussy cut around each of these little color
Mm-hmm.
balls.
Mm-hmm.
And that way they will be the ones that's going to connect all these blooms together.
The background fabric is
Huh?
the
Yep, this
background
is
fabric.
yeah, this is essentially gonna be my background fabric. Each one of the little dots on here are different colors.
Okay,
So
yeah, I
it'll
see
help
that.
tie all of the blooms together. Let's see. Hey Katie, how you doing?
If anybody is saying hi to me, I can't see the chat for some reason. So yeah.
Okay, so what I do whenever I'm on Zoom, because Zoom doesn't display the chat, so what I do is I open up a separate tab on YouTube. I there's got like the over by the chat, it's got like the three little dots that's right beside where it says top fan sat. And I clicked that and it says pop out chat. That way there I can see the chat while I'm on my Zoom.
Okay. Well, you've lost me.
That's okay.
Look,
I can
guys,
read it.
I have literally only been up for probably 30 minutes, if that.
Oh my
We're
gosh,
lucky I'm
girl.
put together.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. I was up earlier and then fell back to sleep. And so,
Yeah. Hey, it happens. I was thinking I would sit here and fussy cut some of these,
of the
but I
background
think I'm
fabric.
gonna need to do that on my big table because this is a 108.
Oh yeah.
And my
Well,
TV
do
dinner
you
tray
know
is
for a
not,
fact? Do you know for a
huh?
fact if you do you know for a fact if you need all 108 inches for the backing or the background or
I don't. It just came in a 108 and I wanted it at the time and didn't have a purpose for it. And then I found a purpose for it.
I would just cut off a chunk and use it to connect it if you want or
Yeah. Figure for right now, what I'll do is I'll just sit here and fussy cut or draw the stitch, draw the shape, use my template to draw around it, the fat
yeah,
outside of it, and then just use scissors to cut it while I'm here.
that works.
Let's see. Everybody is just in the chat saying hi, hi, hi. Eva says, my son doesn't drink either, but when he said he was going to the bar to watch it, to see a football game, it sounded so weird.
I know it's like you want to say, I don't think so, and then you got to stop and be like, oh yeah, okay.
Hey
Well,
Gladys, how you doing? Anybody in the chat that has a channel, feel free to drop your link. It's exclamation selfie. Oh, good. The pencil is working perfectly fine.
so I am working on, I believe it's called uh, Jolly Tree.
Okay.
Uh, uh, it's I can't remember her name, but my pattern didn't come yet. It's
Oh
lost.
no.
It's taking a siesta in the snow apparently.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. I just love
so
it when they decide to go, we're gonna go for a joyride.
and so I don't have it uses that 4-in-1 hexie by
Okay.
Creative Grids, and so that's not here either.
Oh
Um,
geez. You just can't win for losing.
however, if you know what to look for and you have a scan and cut, I went ahead and when I actually know the size of the ruler itself, so um, I just I have a scan and cut, and so I just typed it into the correct size of the hexie, and I just printed a bunch out. Um, and so yeah,
Yeah, that'll work.
they're actually bigger than I thought they were going to be. I mean, they're huge.
Oh wow. Okay, so question for you. Or
Yeah,
have you had your coffee yet?
he knows. I have some right here.
Okay, so question then. Oh
Hmm?
my God. Okay. First of all, I love that coffee mug.
I have saved it just for today.
Aw.
If anybody knows me, I have a cup of the day because I collect fun coffee mugs.
Uh-huh.
Um, and so I found this on Amazon, and let me fix my camera here.
Oh my gosh. It is so
And
cute.
so it's actually, I believe it's supposed to be for decorative use. But if y'all all know me, do you really think I'm going to let a mug-shaped cute thing not be used for coffee?
Right?
No, no, no.
Like, hello.
It, it goes with my elf shirts. I have shirts that say, and one that says, I'm not short, I'm elf size.
Too
And
funny.
I have another one that says, oh, I'm not short, I'm fun size. I'm only 5 foot,
I'm only 2 inches taller than you.
but you're still taller. So, but what was your question?
Oh, I was gonna say, okay, so you know how people are always curious, what made you want to start your channel or what influenced
It was
you?
my husband's idea. I blame it on him. It actually was.
So how was it your husband's idea?
He literally said, you know what you should do? I said, enlighten me, honey. What should I do? Because I had just been told I couldn't work anymore. I was highly depressed. You're talking to a person that worked 16, sometimes 18 hours a day for the last 15, 20, 30 years,
Oh, honey, I'm
if not
sorry.
more. If not more, you know. So it was a lot to take in.
Yeah.
And so he goes, well, first he said I should get a hobby. He said he'll never tell me that again.
Are you
Apparently
making
I didn't.
that poor man eat his words?
Yes, I didn't pick a cheap hobby. I picked quilting. But he does what he can. He pays all the bills, literally, all the bills. He pays for all my meds. He pays for all the groceries because I'm not on disability yet.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, and so whatever money is left, he uses it for to buy what fabric he can buy me or what I need. So he said, you should start a YouTube channel. I said, why? The hell's that? Why? Why would I do that? He said, because you should share what you're going through and how you're dealing with it. And I said, okay. So here I am. It's slow going. I've had my channel for, I don't know, 3 years, almost 4 years.
Oh wow, I did
Um,
not know that.
yeah, I haven't been super active. I've tried. Really, really, I haven't really tried, guys. But every year during this time, literally, for the last 4 years, 5 years, I have gotten sick around Thanksgiving and have stayed sick.
Yeah, I got your email saying that you've been about sick and everything, so I was wondering if you're going to get well enough in order to do it, and if not, then I figure, okay, worst case scenario, we'd reschedule.
No, I'm fine. I still think for those that don't know, right before Thanksgiving, I was really, really sick and being stubborn and didn't want to go to the ER.
I mean, who really actually wants to go to the ER?
Well, here's my thing. I take narcotics every day, and I will take narcotics for the rest of my life, every day. And they're not just, you know, Tylenol narcotics, as I call them. They are like
The heavy hitters.
the heavy hitters. These are the drugs. They just switched me, and I'm now on a drug that is actually used to help people come off of methadone, or I mean, come off of heroin. But by using that for that particular issue, they also found out that these two particular drugs, methadone and the one that I'm on, actually help people that have chronic pain, like I do,
Oh, wow.
where they've already been through the road drugs and nothing is really helping.
Yeah.
And so they figured out that it actually helps them. It helps control the pain. And so that's what I'm on. So every time I go to the ER, they automatically assume that I'm an addict looking for a fix.
Oh, of course, because the first thing
Until
they
they
want to do
realize
is
who
do
I
it. Yeah, first thing they want to do is I've been to the hospital before, ER, because I was having blackouts from my migraines
yep,
years ago.
which is very
And
common for migraines.
yeah, well, mine was like 3 weeks long. They actually gave me in the emergency room before they admitted me, they actually gave me a narcotic.
Uh-huh.
And then whenever the specialist came in the next morning to talk with me, he goes, "So I see you were in the ER with narcotics in your system. Are you here just to get drugs?" I go, "You guys gave me the narcotics, you
There you go.
idiots." I'm like, "You want to look at your report a little bit closer?"
Well, the first time this happened here in the town that I live in, um, I wasn't, and it was 100% sort of kind of my fault. Not 100%. I had called in my meds, but because of my meds, it has to go through an extra, I don't know, somewhat verification when they send it to send it through online to the pharmacy or something. Um,
Uh-huh.
and it gets lost or it gets kicked back and they don't realize it. So I'm left waiting for my meds. Nobody's got a prescription.
Oh, geez.
So yeah, it's a disaster. They really need to fix it, but it is what it is. And so
Poor mama. Okay, not to interrupt, but poor Mama
go ahead.
Debbie, she's losing control in the chat. She goes, "I can't keep up. If I missed you, I'm so sorry." She goes, if I missed your name, I apologize. It's going too fast."
Poor Debbie.
I just seen that comment of hers. I had to stop everything.
Yeah, it gets away sometimes. So I went in and had said, look, you can look on the file. They're all connected. you know, look on the file. You can see when I called my meds in. Not my fault the pharmacy didn't get the prescription. So, well, once the nurse realized that who I was, I'm telling you, it was like a 360. She left with an attitude. And when she walked back in and realized who I was, she must have realized who I was after she walked out of the room. Because when she walked back into the room, it was like a totally different person. She was like, "Oh, so you're Roberta daughter-in-law." And I said, "Yeah, what does that got to do with anything?" She goes, "Well, why didn't you tell us?" I said, "Why should I? That's my mother-in-law. She has nothing to
Why
do with this."
should who you know or who you are related to matter any at all in your medical care?
Well, when your mother-in-law's worked at the hospital for over 50 years.
But that still should not make any difference
Exactly.
whatsoever in your
Um,
medical care.
exactly. Everything changed. So I don't like going to this hospital at all because I'm just treated. It's ridiculous how I'm treated. So I had already planned to go to my doctor, but it didn't quite work out the way we thought it was. So I wound up in the ER early Thanksgiving morning and found out that I had a massive, massive infection, which is why I was sick.
Oh,
Um,
geez.
so once again, I was sick on Thanksgiving. And I'm just getting over it because of my MS. It takes me twice as long, if not 3 times as long, to get over something. At least it
But yeah,
wasn't,
because MS just attacks everything.
yeah, at least it wasn't COVID this time. Although we just found out that I've been exposed to COVID again.
Oh,
So,
geez.
so it's like a countdown waiting clock. Let's see if I've got it again for the fifth time, sixth time, because I've
You
had
just
it
can't
five
win.
times. Whatever. I'll just sit in my room. That's why I don't leave my house. Well, apparently my mouth is not working. So
Okay,
I,
so let's see here. Okay,
oh,
so
there's my
I'm
fabric.
gonna say hello to everybody that is in the chat because I can't keep up either. Nor have I been even been trying. No offense to anybody in here. It is just a well crazy
One
day,
of those days.
and I'm trying not to cut my fingers as I'm fussy cutting out these Etsys. They're gonna look so stinking cute though. See, this
They
is what
are.
I'm
Those are
using
cute.
my template for. So this template here is a template that my son made. It is a 1-inch hexagon. The 1 inch is on the inside, and then it's got a 3/8 seam allowance. So that way there you can cut the papers out if you want, and you can
Okay.
also cut out the fabric all with one template. So I was able to fussy cut out my little pieces here, and then I'll stitch base them onto the papers to put in between my blooms up that's up here on the wall.
Do you use strictly stitch base?
Depends upon the pieces I'm using. I have also been playing with 1-inch diamonds, and those I'm glue basting because they are just way too tiny for me to try to stitch base.
So here's what I suggest for anybody that's glue based, and it'll save you money.
Okay.
If you are glue basting and you're tired, first of all, if you're glue basting and you're using glue sticks from like Elmer's or that type of glue stick for, Amazon brand or whatever it is, on Amazon, they've got the little tips that you can screw on that does a precise roll type thing for glue. It's
Oh,
using the
really?
glue sticks. Yeah, for the glue sticks. They've also got it for the glue bottles. However, I just decided to buy these. Sorry, I forgot what my camera was. Buy these little bottles that have the precision tip
Aw.
in a pack of 5. And it, comes like this with the little piece in it, and you just pop it on. I filled it with glue. I will suggest, though, that if you buy a kit like this, to get one with a funnel, because it's a disaster trying to get it in there with no funnel.
Oh,
Um,
no,
and
no,
then,
you're just taking all the fun out of things. Come on now.
well, unless you want to act like you're in kindergarten and peel the glue off your hand.
Oh my God, I totally
Uh,
used to do that.
right. But we had the good glue. We had the paste. It was the paste.
Yes, I
Regular
used
glue
to
didn't
literally
do the
put it on my
same.
hands, put my hands together, sit there and wait until it dried, and then just sit there and peel it. I'm like, look, I'm peeling skin.
Yeah.
I was such a tomboy.
But I would do it before you add your glue to your bottle. Add a little bit of water. It doesn't take much, but just a little bit. And thoroughly mix it together. And then put it in your little glue bottle. And you've got your precision tip, and it literally drops out little dots, like small little dots onto your fabric, fold it over. You glue baste it down.
Hey, Tasha, Mary
Those,
G, Katie, Brenda Foley, Mama Debbie,
oh, geez.
Charlotte DeRush, Ingrid. Trying to make sure I get at least some people. And
um,
if anybody happens to see or hear from Rita from Crystal Dragon,
is
please ask
everything
her
okay?
to send me, please ask her to respond to my email of giving me
Yeah.
her mailing address so I can ship out her order from right before Thanksgiving.
Have you shipped mine?
Huh?
Have you shipped my box?
Uh,
My
no, not
special
yet.
box?
I'm like, wait a minute, did you place
I
an
was
order
waiting and waiting and waiting. I was like, oh, yay.
already? I'm like, wait a
Well,
minute, did you place an order?
hang on a minute. I had my headphones off. I can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, uh, that's the other bad thing about MS is right now because I'm sick. I can't, for some reason, I can't regulate my
Yeah.
my body temp. So
It's
I'm
like going through
constantly hot and
menopause.
cold.
It's like going through menopause.
Oh, dude, I went through that 20, how old is she? 21 years ago. I went through that. I don't need to go through that again.
Oh, come on now.
No, I'm done. All done. Your turn.
I, I've been going through it since right before COVID. It's so funny because the beginning of COVID, I'm like, okay, is this a hot flash or a fever?
No, I'm all done.
So I'm walking around with a thermometer and my husband's chasing me with the Lysol can.
No, I took the easy way out. Well, I don't know if it was the easy way out, but I took the easy way out.
What
I
did
got
you
a
do?
full, I got a hysterectomy.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't do that.
Well, mine wasn't by choice.
Yeah.
So I just found this fun pack of 10-inch squares on Amazon. Now, it's all different prints of Christmas because I don't have any Christmas. So I just
Oh my gosh,
picked up
so
some.
darling.
And it's all different prints like gingerbread, flowers. Um, there's one, little cookies, um,
So
little gingerbread
precious.
houses, just
Aw.
different things. Hot cocoa cups. Now this fabric is a little thin. I mean, I can literally see through it, but it was only like, I don't know, 17, $18 for 60 of them, and it's what I could afford, and so that's what I'm going to use to um, do the little hexies.
Oh, awesome.
That Jolly Tree pattern is very uh, easy to use. Um, I mean, it's very scrap friendly for those that are scrap Debbie, that love scrap patterns. Debbie,
I love how we call out mom.
this would be the perfect pattern for you because you can use scraps. If you have a scrap that is at least, I don't know, 5-ish inches, maybe 6 inches long, because I don't want to give the whole size away. Uh, I'd say at least 5 inches. You could make this pattern.
Yeah,
Um,
Brenda, someone did ask if my son can 3D print those little tips. He's looked into it and he doesn't know if there's something that he can do or not. So he's still investigating it. Mama Debbie
so
says, me, show me.
I'll send you the link to the pattern,
Yeah, I
Debbie.
was gonna say, whatever she was doing, you just drug her attention away.
Uh, but it's scrap friendly. So if you have a bunch of scraps, like at least I'd say I would go at 6 inches just so you for sure you have enough without giving away the exact size you need because I don't want to get in trouble. Um, but if you have 6 inches, you could make this. If you have back quarters, if you have, you know, what are those called? The 6 inch square, the 6 inch Vegas strips.
Yes, Vegas strips.
If you have some Vegas strips left over, if you have that 8 left over, if you have layer cakes, this is a perfect pattern for you. Um, Now, I can tell you that the pattern does come with a template or templates. So if you have a scan and cut or Cricut, I don't want to leave the Cricut people out because I do have both. You could scan. Well, I don't know how you do it with Cricut because Cricut doesn't have a camera. So if you have a brother scan and cut, you could cut out your template from the pattern and scan it into your scan and cut out all your templates plus cut out all your fabric with your scan and cut. I know.
Mama Debbie goes, I hear the word scraps and I cannot resist.
No,
Hello,
we would have never have
Laura.
known that. Hi, Laura.
Tasha
Yeah.
goes, it took me a few moments to figure out what I was looking at in Donnell's screen. I thought she was cutting green fabric at first. Nope, I'm cutting this beautiful, this is a Tula pink fabric, guys.
It was showing your cutting mat.
Yep, I had the cutting mat underneath the fabric, the top layer of fabric, so I could fussy cut. And my camera completely froze up on me. There we go. Okay, it's back.
So, what needles do you use, Donna?
For my EPP sewing,
Yeah.
I bought a variety pack size of the Milner's needles.
Yep.
So I have this pack right here.
Okay. Well, I must be
It
a
is
snob then.
Gold Eye Milner's 3/9. There's 16 needles in here, various sizes, but they have like the big eyes on them. So it's like
Yeah.
super easy for me to thread
Okay. Well,
without
I
too
cheated
much
with that.
strain. And I got these right off of Amazon.
I gave up. I bought a needle threader because sometimes I'm pretty good at threading a needle because that's how I learned how to sew. So my eyes may not work for everything, but I can pretty much thread a needle. But I do know that my eyes are getting bad. So I just went ahead and bought some little needle threaders that obviously I cannot find right now.
And the best part is with my 1-inch Etsy papers that I use.
Yeah.
These here, they got the hole in the center so I can actually line it up so that way they're the colored dot.
Is in
I
the
can
center.
see through the center and that way there I know I have it centered.
So if y'all are those that don't want to spend the money on your hexie papers, you can buy just regular heavy cardstock, like a 60 weight. I think that's what mine is. I'll go over more in detail with that when I do EPP on my channel. But you can buy the little hole punchers and do that with your EPP pieces that you have cut out. Words are hard.
Yeah, I thought about, yeah, I need to get me a hole puncher and everything,
yeah,
which you can easily get right from Dollar Tree.
exactly. And they work just as well. And you can, because that costs money. They may not look like they cost a lot, but you've got to think. Sometimes you need thousands of those little flowers.
Yes.
And so, you know, I just don't have the money. So I figured out how to do it the other way. And so if you
I mean, you gotta remember that back in the older days and everything, but for all these templates and Amazon and everything else, women always just used whatever they had available.
Yep. And so this is just regular Astro Bright card stock that you can buy at Walmart, but I ordered mine on Amazon.
Let's see. Sylvia says our library discontinued the library cards. I have a lifetime supply of cards. I have hole punch. So exactly. Or like those little mailers that you get in the mail all the time, or that junk mail.
So like now I wouldn't necessarily want to use construction paper, but some type of heavy duty uh, heavyweight cardstock, but you want to make sure it's somewhat bendable. You don't want
Yeah,
it so stiff as a board that you can't bend it because it's going to mess up your stitching as you go if it's not
exactly.
bendable. Um, but apparently I've turned into a snob. Oh no, because I'm such a Kate Fassett fan.
Oh, girl, that just
Yeah.
means that anytime I find Kate Fassett, I'm sending it to you.
Oh, I love Kate. Kate and Tula. Uh,
I love Tula.
I bought
The, yep,
the
yep. The Bones
bow
is a
in
really good
France.
brand too.
Bow in France was made in France. That's how you know they're good, apparently, because I did some
Oh,
research.
you getting fancy.
Fancy today.
Hey, Deb Cornell, how you doing? I am going to be reaching out to you later on, probably Monday or Tuesday to let you know how much the shipping is for that needle minder that you wanted.
So
Because
yeah.
since she is out of United States, I'm going to be going to the post office to see how much it would cost me because I don't know how to do it online. So I know that there's a form you got to do, and I just don't know how to do all that because I've never done international shipping before. So I'll have to have them show me how. But this is going to be one of the ones I put, and this will
Oh,
be
that's
going
cute.
right, and these will be going over here, like right in between. Oh,
Oh,
let me
okay.
let me make myself bigger instead of my desk. So this would be going over here, like right in between. And
Oh yeah,
since
that'll
they
look good.
each and since they each have a different color
Yeah.
dot, then it'll help tie in all these various different colors I'm putting into my quilt.
I also think the fact that your background color is different on all of your
Yes, I did
flowers,
that
I think
intentionally
it'll
because I wanted each
tie it
one
together.
to like really pop.
Now, are you making a grandmother's garden?
I'm doing my version of it, yes. Because I
Oh
wanted,
no.
because you know me, I got to beat to my own drum.
I no. As I look to see if there's a hole in my cup because it's almost empty.
Be careful using colored cardstock. Those colors can bleed onto your fabrics. Yes, they can, especially with the glue.
Well, I can say that I have not had an issue so far with this brand.
Knock on wood.
And if I do, I do.
So Laura says, when I do ETG, I use a number 9 milliner's needle too. I do use the Wonderfil 1 weight thread. The thread made a huge difference on my stitches. Yeah, the thread does make a huge difference. I use this here is Orifil. It's the orange, and this is the Dove Gray.
I have it in pink. I don't know
Yep.
why I have four of them in pink, but I do.
Yeah, I bought a 2-pack of this off of Amazon, and this is still the first one, and I'm nowhere
Oh,
near done with it.
I okay. So I know I'm such a bad quilter. I do not use cotton thread for the most part. Reason being is I have two machines that I use mostly. I have my regular sewing machine, and then I have my um uh embroidery machine, my little stormtrooper, who's in timeout permanently right now. And I mean permanently. Uh she is not stitching right. And so, but going back to the thread, so I use, I don't know, um, I
Bye,
use
Mama
the,
Debbie.
hi Debbie, I use the embroidery thread, the uh,
The
polyester
embroidery
thread. That's
floss.
what it is, like the polyester thread.
Yeah, the embroidery floss.
Yeah. So I use that for both machines because, again, I cannot afford to have umpteen million different threads. If I can find one thread that will work for both purposes, then that's what I'm going to do. Now, I do have some Aurifil thread, and I actually love it. And so I felt that just having all this Aurifil thread that, I wasn't using because I just wasn't using it.
Yeah.
And so I decided that's what I was going to use for my EPP. You know, it's about saving money right now, and if that's how I can save money by using one type of thread, then
And there's nothing
because
wrong with that
Aurifil is expensive.
whatsoever. There is nothing wrong with saving money. Even if you're not on a tight budget, there is nothing wrong with saving money.
I fully understand that the argument with the cotton thread's better. It, you know, but my thing is,
Oh,
it is what it is.
oh, and this coming Friday, there will be a special package for you sent out in the mail.
For me?
For you.
Yeah. Me?
Yes.
From who?
Mrs. Santa Claus.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Candy. Peasant. Oh. It's
Hey,
I
Cora.
say my whole thing is I say use what you have, use what you can afford. If you can only afford Dollar Tree thread, then use Dollar Tree thread. If you can only afford fabric from the thrift store, then use fabric from the thrift store. It should not matter. Your quilt or your project is going to be beautiful no matter what because you took the time to make it.
Most definitely. And if it's not the highest quality of fabric, do smaller stitches.
Yep.
I learned that the hard way on one of my first quilts. Because I had to go back and redo all the stitching by adding zigzag stitching to secure them all because they all started fraying after the quilt was done.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's how this is going to be, but we'll see. I think with the hand stitching though, or maybe with the glue basting, it probably won't affect it too much.
Yeah,
And
for me, it was my very first pineapple quilt I ever made for a friend of mine that had a fascination with pineapple quilts and had me make 3 of them for him. So
that's more than a fascination.
huh?
I said that's more than a fascination.
It is, and I know the meaning behind it. I'm just not discussing
Oh,
that.
oh, oh. We'll talk later. Anyway,
But anywho, so every single one of the seams started coming unraveled
oh
after I
no.
had already quilted it, bound it, gave it to him, everything.
Oh,
And so I had him bring it back over. And whenever at first he thought it was just like 1 or 2 seams. And then whenever I started inspecting it more, I seen a lot of them were coming undone. And it's because I had bought
really?
that really cheap $4.99 fabric by the yard from Joann Fabrics. I'm like, never again.
Um,
And so I went throughout the entire quilt and did zigzag stitching over every single seam in that quilt to secure all my seams. And it's to this day, and that was like beginning of COVID time when I did that.
yeah.
And it's still holding up strong to this day.
I think that, using scrap fabrics or bed sheets or, whatever the word is for all that fabric, you have to be careful what
Yes.
fabrics you're using. I'm not really a scrappy type of quilter per se. However, I do like using different types of materials in my quilts. I love using ribbons, silk, satin, leather, uh, just all different types of fabrics. But the more different fabrics I use, the more I understand how they all work. So like there's those microfiber sheets that are that are all soft and they feel nice against your skin. When you cut into them, however, they're not all nice and fuzzy. They're a pain in the butt because they shed. They just
Yes.
it's a mess.
Like I love the feeling of cuddle, but I've
I
used
love
it
cuddle.
one time and because of the stretch was so insanely stretchy and all the fuzz, I'm like, never again. I'm like, it
Your
stirred up
cuddle was
my allergies
stretchy.
so much.
Well, I know how to somewhat stop that. So there's several different techniques you can use, but one of them is for cuddle or any type of that fabric. One, make sure it's a that type of fabric. You really want to make sure you have a good quality of it. And then two, that Glad plastic wrap, the Glad press and seal.
Uh-huh.
Put that over your cuddle. So it's almost like when you embroider, you put what they call a topping sheet over
Okay, so like
fabric
a
that has,
stabilizer.
it's almost, yeah, but it's the clear one that goes over the top so that your pile doesn't get messed up and your stitches look okay. It's a topping
Okay.
sheet. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I'd have to look. But it acts like that. So it keeps your pile down and you can sew through it. So when you pull it off, you don't have all that fluff going everywhere. It keeps the fluff down.
Oh. Yeah, because I had like so much
That thing gets
itchy.
everywhere.
Yeah, I had so much itchy eyes and everything that day. I was like, screw this. I'm never doing
Um,
this again.
was it actual cuddle that you used though?
Honestly, I don't know. It was given to me.
That sounds like it was like almost like an off brand, but you never
All I
know.
know
I
is
mean,
it may because
you don't know.
anytime there's like too much cotton in here, my nose get itchy and my eyes get itchy.
You have an
So
allergy attack with
anytime,
it.
so it like whenever there's cotton flying through the air outside in early spring from the cotton trees, I had to stay
Mm-hmm.
indoors because it's like I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, there's a few comments here. Tasha says a lot of people prefer to upcycle, and that is how quilting started as
Yours?
upcycling. And Yo Patty G says, Tasha, I got your Tingled Star freebie yesterday. Copied it down by 50% and going to start it when Danelle starts hers. Awesome,
Ah,
Yo Patty. I will be starting mine this coming Saturday. I
when
actually
y'all
just
starting?
went out and bought my fabrics yesterday for it.
Well, I feel left out. What are y'all doing?
It is the AccuQuilt Dyes Tangled
Yeah.
Star. Uh,
Well, I can't be
well,
a part of that. I don't have an Etsy quilt.
nope, but
I do
but
have
I
a
do
scanning cut though.
offer for like for a price. I do offer to if the person wants to send me the fabrics, I will cut up the fabrics for them using my
Anyways,
AccuQuilt dye and ship it to them.
I actually had somebody tell me that I don't need to get a scanning cut because I have two fabric cutting machines.
So my
That does the same thing. The only difference is that the the AccuQuilt can cut more fabric and it goes faster. You know. Um,
so this here, so I asked my future daughter-in-law. They're not engaged or anything, but I know eventually she's gonna be my daughter-in-law because they've been her and my son have been youngest son have been together for
you
like
just
four
know.
for like 4 years now. And
Yeah.
they're like madly in love. They've been living good together for
Oh
3 of
yeah.
those years. I'm like, you guys are gonna be married. So
You're
I
already
asked
married.
her, I'm like, okay, sweetheart. I'm like, what size bed do you have? And pick three of your favorite colors for me. She goes, pink, purple, and blue. So I chose
Oh,
this
I love that
beautiful
blue.
soft blue,
That's pretty.
this gorgeous pink, which also has like little hints of yellow in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't realize until after it was cut. This gorgeous purple. And then for the background, I had to get Tula.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
Why not?
okay, how can I tie all three of these colors together? What
What's
better way to
Tula?
do it than fairy dust?
Are you a Micro Miller fan?
Or not fairy dust, but this is Tula. It's her true
That's
colors.
that's very. That's very.
Yep, fairy dust. That's right.
I was
I
laughing
do
because you
love Michael
almost said
Miller.
there.
I do
You
love Michael
almost
Miller. I just can't afford Michael Miller.
you almost said his line. That's why I was laughing. And you quickly caught yourself. I was like, oh, she's a Micro Miller fan.
Yeah, so all three together.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah. So like the two main rings
Mm-hmm.
for the pattern is going to be the blue and the purple, which is both of their favorite colors. And then the pink and the fairy dust will be the inner workings.
Okay.
Like so excited.
I think that'll be pretty.
I'm like, I gotta really start kicking it into high gear to see how much of it I can get done before Christmas morning.
Hard to say. Is that supposed to be a Christmas present?
Yes, I'm like, if I can
Well,
just get the quilt top alone completed,
yeah. You
then
can at
I
least
can
show
give
that.
them the quilt top so that way there they can actually see it. And then from there, I will, after Christmas, I will be sending it to Auntie Donna to quilt for me.
Yeah. And then maybe she could pick out the quilt designs.
That's what I normally do. I just tell her, I'm like, hey, I'm like, you can do whatever design you want. You do. She does a phenomenal job of quilting. So I just let, I'm like, quilter's choice.
That's
I'm like,
why I'm
have
kind
fun
of.
and play.
That's kind of why I'm stuck right now because my embroidery machine is down. Like it's down. It ain't working. And so I can't do any of my Christmas projects. I can't finish any of my Christmas quilts. Uh, like I had 6, 7 quilts I had to finish, and I can't finish them
Oh no. Why? Because running out
because
of
I have
fabric
to.
or?
No, I have to replace my embroidery machine, and I can't replace it
Oh
because
no.
that's how I quilt them is on my embroidery machine.
Oh wow.
So, um, I and I don't. I don't have the money to keep taking it in and getting it fixed. And I've already
Yeah, you
replaced
should
a
be
bunch of
having that
parts on
many
it.
issues with that.
No, it's about 5 years old. It's an NQ 1700E. It's about 5 years old, and it's been taken in regularly for cleaning. I've replaced the uh, I've replaced all the bottom pieces. So I've replaced the bobbin cover. I've replaced the needle plate cover, because there's two needle plate covers on the brother machine. And so I've replaced all of it. I've replaced the bobbin holder. I've
Uh-huh.
taken it completely apart. I've cleaned it. I've done everything you could possibly do. I've got it stitching correctly on the top, but it's not stitching correctly on the bottom underneath.
Almost sounds like there's a tension issue.
Yeah, and I've tried everything with the tension. I've looked it up. I've done everything, and it's just not working. And I've already spent so much money trying replacing parts that
You could have had a brand new machine by now.
I could have. So I'm really thinking hard about, do I want to keep messing with this, or do I just want to bite the bullet and ask my mother-in-law for help and buy a bigger machine?
I say save up or ask your mother-in-law, put it on a birthday or Christmas or a combination list Like, this is what I would really like.
you know,
Is it right?
because I mean that's what I use it mostly for is quilting. So
Yeah, like for me, anytime I do quilting on my own, I do it on my machine here, my Juki, and I don't do the embroidery. I done embroidery quilting one time on a quilt, and it took
I
me
love it.
forever. I was like,
It
nope.
does, unless you have a big hoop. It does take forever.
Yeah, my hoop is like a 4x6, I
Oh
think,
well, that's
or a
why.
4x4. Yeah, mine's like teeny tiny. I
That's
use
why.
mine for making quilt labels, which was the whole purpose of me getting it.
Yeah, I can't do any of my quilting, so I'm kind of stuck.
I mean, you could just to get them done. I mean,
Nope.
unless you really, really, really want.
One's two of them are quilted out.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
They're
you could just do straight line quilting on them.
which I technically I could take my one of two of the quilts I need to finish are for my ex-husband. One of them is his quilt of valor, and the other one is a quilt that I've had for 6 years that he absolutely fell in love with. And literally every time he comes over to see our daughter, it's so. Do you still have that quilt? Or if he doesn't ask, he asks my daughter, "Does your mom still have that quilt I liked?" You know. So, so I have literally saved it for 6 years. Um,
Oh
and
wow.
I'm gonna give it to him for Christmas. Well, now it's like, well, now what do I do? So on that one, I'm probably just gonna do stitch in a ditch type of quilting, maybe. Or I could take the 4x4 hoop that I have from my other machine. That's a combo machine. I could take that and do quilting with the 4x4, just so that I can have his stuff done.
Exactly. Because I mean,
I don't know if
doesn't
I
have
really.
to be perfect. Especially being a quilt of valor, it doesn't have to be perfect
I know it
for
doesn't,
them to
but
love it.
he served. He did his. He did his time. He served. He's been through a lot with his service, and whether or not we worked out, I still respect him for that.
Oh, definitely.
Um, he, you know, he's been through a lot. He was through Kandahar,
Uh-huh.
um, the barracks bombing. Is that
Oh,
what that one
wow.
was? Was that the barracks bombing? I'm pretty sure that was.
I'm not really for
Anyway,
sure. I'm not
he
good with
was
history.
he was in those barracks, and so he's it's important for me to make that one right. The other quilts I have to do are my brother-in-law's quilt developer, and then my husband's uncle's quilt developer that's going to his son because he's no longer with us. So those are
Aw.
really, really important ones for me, and I don't feel
Yeah,
like
so you're just
doing,
wanting that really extra touch on there.
yeah, I don't feel like those should be rushed.
Yeah.
As much as I wanted to get them done this year, I don't want to rush those. I don't want to, I don't know. I mean, I could get them done and just do stitch in a ditch or meander or whatever, but
But it won't make you happy though.
for some reason, I keep getting this feeling that that's not what I should do. So therefore, that's not what I'm going to do.
And that's totally fine. You have to do what is going to make you happy.
Now, I can tell you the one that I am going to do the stitch in the ditch for is my California king size quilt.
Oh, Lord. No,
Well,
thank you.
it wasn't necessarily supposed to be that big, but my husband's family is huge apparently.
Thank you, Melissa. She goes, everyone, please make sure you hit that thumbs up.
Um, I've been working on this Scrabble quilt since the summer. Um, it's literally a family tree Scrabble quilt for my
Oh, wow.
in-laws, starting with their parents. So it literally has everybody on both sides, everybody's name, starting with their parents, all the kids' names, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, on both sides.
Oh, my word.
So yeah, I think it's got almost 100 names in it. When I thought of this idea, I didn't think that he had that many. And then, surprise, I start getting lists of names, and I was like, where did all these names come from?
Right?
So that one will be definitely sit in the ditch because there's so many names that I don't, something like that, I don't think, um, I don't think an all over quilt type design would be correct on it. I think it would be too much.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I really was hoping to get that done this year, but
Life gets in the way sometimes. It's okay.
yeah, that one is huge.
Yeah, just like I was really hoping to get Motown done this year, but he ain't getting done this year.
Which
So
one?
now my new goal is to get him done before my birthday, which is April.
Which one is that?
Motown, the legit Kit Lion.
Oh, that one is up. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
hoping
be
to get
right.
back on him after Christmas and get him done, completely done, quilted and everything, and to the
Well,
anti.
at least you
Huh?
have months. At least you have months to work on it. I can't do that. I can't say I'll finish it by my birthday. My birthday is exactly 30 days after Christmas.
Oh, wow.
uh, my birthday, my 52nd birthday is January 25th.
Let's see here. Tasha
I'm
says,
gonna.
I also love FPP and EPP. I'm working on some new EPP blocks I can cut on my Cricut. Awesome. Turns out I just love everything these days. Hey,
Cricket
Don
is at their
Stewart, how
game.
you doing? Let's see, and then Tosh, let's see, Melissa says, Tasha, I haven't done EPP, but I do like FPP. I just need to do it more. Yo Petty G says, Tasha, I'll be watching.
I do have to say that Cricket has upped their game a bit with their new machines. Now, I don't know a whole lot about the new ones that just came out, but I'm wondering if they have put a camera in one of them because um, it looks like they've really upped their game. I think they lost a little bit of business from the quilters because uh, it just wasn't. You can do so much with the scan and cut because there's a camera in it. So, like with the scan and cut, if you're cutting out fabric or pattern pieces for, fabric pattern pieces or whatever you're cutting out, you can take your fabric, like if you're doing EPP and you were doing how you were fussy cutting,
Uh-huh.
you could literally scan. Let's say you take a 12 by 12 or a 12 by 24-inch piece of fabric, right? Of that background fabric or the tulip pink fabric.
Yes.
Put it on your mat. Stick it down to your mat. You can scan it into your machine. You can take your 1-inch hexie, uh, however big you cut your fabric out for your 1-inch hexie, type
Yes.
it into your machine. Make your hexie size that size, right? change the size in your machine, scan your mat in. It'll show your Tula pink fabric. It'll show your fabric on the little screen of your machine. You can then take how big are your pieces when you cut them for your
Roughly about
piece?
a 2.5-inch square will give me a Hetsy.
Okay, so you have it typed in 2.5 by whatever, right? To make it easy for me, we'll say 2.5 by 2.5 inch hexie.
Yes.
Okay, so you type that in, and then it'll bring up your hexies on your screen in like a diagonal roll or whatever. The trick is to just do one at a time. You take your little hexie cutout that's showing on your screen, and you move it around, okay? So you wanted a dot in the center of each of your hexies. You can then take your hexie and move it around to each dot on that 12 by 24 piece and put your dot directly in the center of each hexie piece. And then copy that. So it'll, you take your next piece, line it up, da-da-da-da-da. And it'll cut it out just like that. So your dot is directly in the center. When you peel that piece of fabric off your mat, your dot is already directly in the center of your hexie piece.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. So, if you wanted to do 1-inch hexie, but you want a 3/8 seam allowance, you go in, you type in the size of your hexie, you find your little hexie design in your shapes. You change the size to whatever size you want. Then you go into customize or edit. You go into edit. There's a little there's a little square. You push on it, and it says, do you want to add your seam allowance? And it'll add your seam allowance. And you can make your seam allowance a 1/4 inch, 3/8, an inch, 5/8 to whatever size you want. And so, when that hexie comes out, not only is your center that dot that you wanted directly in the center, but your seam allowance is perfect on all sides. So when you stick it on your cardstock piece, it just folds right over, and it marks your seam allowance. So you know how far to fold over your piece of fabric.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Mom says that I was sorting through a bag given to me, discovered cutout Hetsy's papers and acrylic template. It's a sign. Girl, yes, it is. Chop, chop.
So there's a lot you can do with I can cut out whole quilt blocks. That's another way to do EPP. If you have a scan and cut, just go into your quilt blocks that are saved onto your scan and cut, pick out one you like, cut it out the size you want, and go from there. Each piece becomes a EPP. You just cut it out in cardstock. That's how I did that one piece that I showed you that I can't find now.
You showed it to me, so it went into hiding.
Yeah. It's like, how dare you?
Drive safely, Melissa. She says she's heading to the airport. She's going to go drop someone off at the airport today.
I am going to go downstairs real quick, Donnell, and get some coffee.
Okie dokie. I'll be right here. Back. I'll wait right here for you.
Okay. Well, I didn't expect you to go with me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you are kind of close, but I don't think you're that close.
No.
Okay. So my father is actually from Michigan.
Oh, that's awesome.
I grew up going to Michigan.
Whereabouts?
He was from Detroit, but when we used to go visit my grandfather, he lived on land. For those of you that don't know, there is quite a bit of farming in Michigan.
Yes.
There really is. It's not just beer or the other stuff. It's there's actually quite a bit of farming. So he had a house with a bunch of land, and then there was a big farm next to him. And so we always went there. And then his ex-wife, my father's maternal, uh, his birth mother, lived in Kentucky, right, like a couple of blocks away from the racetrack. So, yeah. And then my mother lived in Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
So, fun fact about where my mother was born or raised. Um, the opening scene of All in the Family, where they're doing like the drone. It's not a drone shot, but I'm going to say a drone. The shot where they're flying over the city and they're showing all the different houses.
Yes.
That's my mother's neighborhood.
Oh,
There's a
awesome
shot.
sauce.
There's a shot of a big Catholic church in one of the shots that they show. She not only got married in that church, she was baptized in that church, and she was christened in that church, and she took first communion in that church.
Oh, wow. Very
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, my ears. Before I go get my coffee, I love your shirt.
Thank you. My
I
sissy-in-law
love
made
that
it for
show.
me.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
designed to
cute.
look like crochet yarn.
Yep, that's cute. Ow.
So what is everybody else in here working on today, guys? We've been so chitty chatty and I haven't watched a lot of your guys' things. So what are you guys all working on? Let's see. Thank you for coming back, Deb. And let's see here. So I cannot wait to start getting these all stitched in. So I got various different colors of dots. These are all going to be going in between these blooms as like my background. That's every color of the rainbow, and then has like the outside has like some lines of purple. Because I had to keep my purple added in. Because I love my purple. I actually have a pink fabric just like this. And then I got a large print, but I don't know if I'll use a large print or not. I'll have to wait and see. See if it inspires me. If not, it'll be in a de-stash cell. Cora says she is working on a tree skirt. Awesome sauce. Are you doing the traditional red, white, and green? Or what colorway are you doing? Let's see here. Here she comes. Laura says, I lived in East Lansing for a year before I moved to Arizona. Awesome. Yeah, I think we've discussed that before. Very, very cool. Let's see here. See, Cora
So,
is working on a tree skirt.
ooh,
And Laura says she lived in East Lansing for a year before she moved to Arizona.
I've been to every state but Alaska.
Oh, wow. Ooh, Brenda Chauvin says she is getting started on a cross-stitch Santa.
So, Donnell, I have a question about EPP.
Yes,
What?
ma'am.
Why did you start?
I have.
Oh my gosh, I got a fuzzy and I can't. I can see it, but I can't, and it's.
Yes.
Oh, I can feel it. Okay. Ugh. Problems, people. Problems.
Okay, so for me, I got started doing EPP. I have initially tried hand quilting, hand sewing, cross stitch, hand embroidery, and I just couldn't find what was making me happy for handwork because I have severe anxiety issues
Mhm.
and which is related to my borderline personality disorder.
Mhm.
Completely different, but somewhat still in the same family as multiple personality disorder, but I only have one personality.
Do
And
you
she's
really?
crazy. But for me, it calms my anxiety because it keeps my hands busy. I don't do my self mutilation and everything.
Mhm.
So for me, and the EPP gives me the freedom just to do like small little things here and there of like just doing up like just making a bunch of the headsies. Or whenever I want to do something big, then I do start putting them into blooms. So I can work at my own pace. There is no timeline. It's just do it when I want to do it. So it soothes my anxiety and keeps my hands busy so that way I don't scratch. Because otherwise, back before I started doing this, I would wind up with sores on my face.
Yeah.
Any type of imperfection I found on my skin, I would start scratching.
My uncle did the same thing, except his was he thought he had like bugs, and so he was picking them to get them out. But I understand what you're saying. It's the
Yeah.
I
And it
understand the
sounds gross and horrible. And it's so horrible for you because there's so many
yep,
times that it could lead to like MRSA or anything like that, any type of
yeah,
severe infections. But a lot of times with someone with my disorder, they're actually doing it subconsciously and not realizing it. And my husband would call me. I'd be like, he'll reach over and tap me on the arm and be like, "Baby, stop."
yeah. Most of the time, I would say 80, 90% of the time, people that do that for whatever reason, because there's multiple reasons. It's not just the reason you had it. It's not just schizophrenia. It's not just, there's other reasons people do that. But there's, they honestly, 90% of the time, people don't realize that they're doing it
Yeah, it's like
because it becomes such a habit
it
that they
becomes
don't
right.
even realize it.
Yeah, I mean, it's same as like nail biting or
Yep.
anything. Any type of bad tick.
Yeah.
That's essentially how I refer to it as it's a bad tick.
So I really think that uh,
And I've actually been thinking about doing a video that talks more in depth about my borderline personality disorder and how
oh,
EPP helps me.
here's what I was getting ready to say. Uh, so I've been wanting to start a podcast ever since I became a uh, ambassador for the National Multiple Sclerosis Foundation.
Yeah,
Uh, I've been wanting to do a podcast. So not only do I want to bring more awareness about MS and the effects of MS and different issues that you may have with MS that aren't talked about, uh, that people with MS don't even know that can happen to them until it happens. But I want to bring more awareness to uh, invisible diseases
yeah.
or mental health diseases because they're never going to go away.
No, they're not.
The mental health diseases will never go away. There will always be some type of mental health disease.
Hey, Diana.
Maybe one day there might be somewhat of a cure for MS, but there isn't right now. There's hundreds of diseases, health issues that people don't talk about. And that's why they're called invisible diseases. And unless we start talking about these issues, these diseases that are going to be left out. They're never going to get the unless somebody super famous gets it. There's never going to be any hope for those that have it. So there's been a very high emphasis on MS lately. And the only reason, and I have a right to say this because I have MS, the only reason why there's been a big emphasis on MS lately is because of who has it. It's because in recent years, you've got Christina Applegate have it, Selma
Hey,
Blair
Kate.
has it, and Jack Osborne has it. And there's a couple of other super famous people that have been diagnosed with it. So unless somebody super famous has it, nobody wants to talk about it. And so I feel like if the more we talk about it, not only will it bring more attention to it, but it'll also help the people that have it
Definitely.
to
And
stand
that's
up for
my big
themselves.
thing of why I'm thinking about doing a video on it of how just discussing like my borderline personality, this the struggles I have with it, as well as how sewing and EPP helped me with it,
Yeah.
as well as things I do to help redirect myself when I feel an episode coming on.
It's good that you recognize that. And it's good that you have
Well,
things in place.
I went through a couple years of counseling for it and everything, and my counselor was amazing. He was like this old-fashioned farmer type guy that had a super soothing voice, and he done so there's like 9 different traits
Mm-hmm.
or symptoms associated with borderline personality disorder,
I
and
have a friend that has it. So,
I am textbook. I have all 9. He said most people wound up having like 5, maybe 6. He said it's very rare that you actually find someone that has a textbook all 9. And I had textbook all 9. And he actually gave me the tools to be able to do my own research. He already knew what it was, but he knew with me, I needed to be able to figure it out on my own because I was so convinced that I was broken beyond repair.
yeah.
And I was pushing every way, including my husband and sons, away from me because I didn't want to be damaged goods to them.
So, um,
So, I mean,
that's
it
a
helped me out
good,
tremendously. And the EPP especially helps ground me whenever I
mm,
have an episode coming on. It's like rubbing a soft, fuzzy blanket up against you when your anxiety's
like
bad and you just want to
using
cuddle
those,
under something and hide.
it's like using a fidget toy
Yeah. But I
for
tried fidget
autistic.
toys. Fidget toys wouldn't work for me. I needed something that did more, that could keep my attention.
Yeah.
Because
Um,
fidget toys are great and I have them all over my sewing room. There's times where it's like I'll just sit here and play with my little
I just think
template.
they're fun. I
Yeah.
don't, now
There's
my
times I'll just sit here and take my little EPP template and I'll just do like this right here because it's something for my hands to do. It's entertaining to me.
Yeah. So there's a slight chance that I may be on the spectrum for autistic. Somewhere in our family, somebody has it because it's hereditary. Not all the time, but most of the time.
He says, how are you? Look at that fancy schmancy design wall.
I know.
I know. I so excited. No longer a wall falling over on my head.
So I have a long room. However, it's not super wide. Like that's one wall. I have bump outs because they made it into a room. It used to be the attic, and then whoever owned it before us, the people we are buying it from, I believe it was his parents or somebody like that. made the upstairs into a bedroom. However, they didn't put heat up here, and they only put exactly one outlet, one, uno dos,
Yeah,
one
that's what I have in
outlet.
here. I have a big power surge protector hooked up to that one outlet so I can
I have
plug in my
multiple.
machine and all my equipment.
Like, I actually am thinking about getting a hold of like Jackery or the other big company that does generators. And because you always see them in van life, people using them in van life. I'm like, dude, do you know how many crafters you could help? Do you know how many people would buy those if you started showing crafters using them?
Right?
Because I could literally sit it almost in the middle and start running cords off of it and not have to worry about it, you know. But it's ridiculous. So my room is not super wide, but it's wide enough. But I have a stairwell on one end, a closet in one on this side, and everything is pushed out like this wall on all sides but one. I have one wall that does not have a push out on it or isn't slanted. And so no matter what wall I film against, it's always slanted. So I can't have an actual design wall because they're not high enough. I've got one spot that I can have a design wall. It's a disaster, but I like
Oh, I
it.
believe it. I used to, like back before I did the renovation in here, and it's still a long way from being completed because I still got so much stuff in the basement I got to go through. My son keeps going,
Yeah,
I
I've,
cleaned and organized the basement just in time for you to drop everything in there. He goes, can I please have my basement back? I'm like, all in due time.
I would have said, but I would have said, I thought that's why you cleaned it. So I had
Well,
space
then
to put more
also,
stuff.
well, we also got our front room table down there too right now because where we have the big huge puppy pen at
Oh,
that we keep the puppies in is where we normally put our Christmas tree up. So we had moved the table
oh,
downstairs so we could move the pen over in front of the fireplace and put the tree up where we normally put it. It's like a big
yeah. We
huge
don't have a
ordeal of
tree yet.
rearranging and relocating for
Yeah,
seasons here.
right. I now have 6 dogs. We'll not discuss that.
I thought I was crazy before.
I did not ask. I said no more. Okay. For 5 years, my husband has lived in another city because that's where he worked. And then when I started getting super, super sick a year ago, he decided to quit his job and move back home. So I think it's been like 2 years now, maybe. I don't know. And so he brought a dog with him that has become super attached to him. And it, I, you can't just split up a dog like that. It's not fair to the dog. And so
Yes.
I was fine with that dog coming. Okay. So that made, we already had 3 dogs at this house, 4 dogs at this house. So that made whatever number, 5. Well, because we had bought my German Shepherd Labrador mix puppy to start training as my mobility aid dog. And then we have Lucy and the other ones, our 2 Chihuahuas. Then I get a phone call from them from work. It says, honey, there's a puppy. And he's going to show me a picture. And I said, no, no, I'm done. No more. He goes, but it's a mixed Chihuahua and they don't want it. And neither does the owner. The owner doesn't want it. And she left him. And the dad and her sister are not dog people. They really need to get rid of the dog. Mm-hmm. Fine. Now I have 6 dogs. Then we found out it was actually being abused a little bit. So it's we're pretty sure it's got some issues, shall we say?
Poor baby.
We call them wobbles.
Ingrid says, my sewing space is a sunroom, so 3 walls are glass. It's great for the view
Ooh,
of my backyard, but not for having room for a design wall. I will make it work though.
yeah, I make it work. I have a smaller design wall that leans against my window. I have for my really, really super big projects, I have a backdrop hanger that I can use. So I've got that that does different sizes, different heights. And then I'm actually going to put a hanger across probably this side so that I have a backdrop to put pieces on when I need to, when my smaller board isn't big enough. There's ways
Yeah, I
to
was
work
gonna
around
say
it.
one thing I did was I went on Amazon and bought, like those trifold or quarterfold uh craft show walls, display
Yeah.
walls.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I was back before I started doing my YouTube channel, I was doing craft shows. So I used one of them and just laid this fabric, this white
Mm-hmm.
flannel fabric up over it. And that for my channel, that's what I was using for my design wall.
Now, eventually, the one flat wall that we have, that's going to be completely covered with insulation board so that I can officially have that as, because that's the only wall my in-laws king size, California king size wall hanging, because it was supposed to be a wall hanging.
Now, Laura says, I have 5 dogs in our home. My husband and I had 3, and my dad has 2. Yeah, we have 4 only because of the fact that our our pit bull, she is geriatric. We got her
Mm-hmm.
not like a couple of years after I got Loki. And so she's the last remaining from the original from the other house. And then we got the triplets,
Come here.
which those little triplets are going to be a year old on the 27th of this month. Aww, baby. Now who is this sweet baby?
This is Prairie.
Aww, so precious. Oh,
Yeah,
such a mama's baby too.
yes, she follows me everywhere. We got her when she was 7.
What breed is
So
she?
she's a long hair chihuahua. Um,
She is so precious looking.
so we also have a short hair chihuahua. We're pretty sure he's mixed with a wiener dog, but he's a chihuahua, but he's got to be mixed with something. I mean, this dog is just yeah. You've seen him. I've held him up. He's the heavy one that I can barely handle. And he's just getting bigger, like a wiener dog. They're round.
Oh, Diana, I'm definitely doing a 1 year birthday party for them on the 27th. She goes, so that means a party for the triple threat? Yes, girl. Yes, we are
So,
doing. I'm trying to figure out how to make. I want to take one of their old pajamas that
mm-hmm.
Luna no longer wears because it's slightly too short along the back wise, and I want to take it apart and make so that way that I can make myself a template to make pajamas for cute little outfits for her because I took off her outfit the other day. And because I'm like, okay, that way there, her skin can breathe and she can move around
Can you
some
push it
without it
down?
while we're sitting here. Do you know this little girl trying to
Put it
grab
back
her
down.
jammies and brought them back over to me like, Mommy, put this back on me.
I have wanted to have a dog, a little purse dog, shall we say, that I can dress up in cute little doggy costumes. Do you think I have one freaking dog? One that I get to dress up? Nope. Because I'm a sucker for older dogs that um, are not taken care of and need homes.
But you know what?
And
Their anxiety might their anxiety or anxiousness and everything might be great for if you get like a little vest or shirt
Yeah,
or something for
I am
them.
actually getting. She has severe. We joke that she's actually my. Well, I have two. Oh, technically, I have three service animals. I have her for my anxious anxiety, you know, when it does come on.
Yes.
And I have Lucy who detects she taught herself. Uh, if she was taller, she would be my full service dog, 100%. However, she's getting old. She's the same age as they are, and they're 11 now,
Oh,
so
wow.
they're getting up there. And so
Yeah,
I would have to
Sophia's like
retire
11
her
or
by
12
now.
now.
So Lucy is my sugar detector. She knows before I know. Um, so yeah, and then I have the big dog. Eventually, I'll get a cute little doggy that I can dress up. She goes in my bag. We put her in one, and she just sat there like, okay, where are we going?
Yeah, I'm gonna try this really quick. Look at this.
There he is. I
That's
used to
little
have.
Miss Peaches.
Oh, that's a girl.
Yes, that's my little
So
girl. Hi, pretty
my
girl.
mom had always wanted a cockatoo, the big
And then
umbrella.
there's Kiwi up there at the top.
Oh,
And then there's a plexiglass right there that is keeping them separated from
oh, I see it. Yeah.
interspecies.
Is it? Yeah.
And then we got
They like
Loudmouth.
each other.
Okay, Peaches, okay. Mommy, bring it back to you. Yes.
So when I was growing up, my mom had a bird that looked just, well, we had two. Actually, we had multiple, but she had one that looked like peaches and a darker gray one, with the orange cheeks, but he was the gray, you know. The female was lighter, the male was darker. The female was almost blonde like peaches, but our male was super dark gray. Um,
Uh-huh.
and my mom tried for years to breed him, but he was so alone for so long before she started trying to breed him that it became he tortured that poor bird. So we had to separate them. They had to get a divorce.
Aw.
But how my mom got the bird was we named him Ernie. My mom named him Ernie after Ernie Bird off of Sesame
I was
Street.
gonna say after Bert and Ernie.
Yeah, Ernie Bird. That was his name. So my mom had always said she wanted is cockatoo, is that the one with the big
Cockatoo is a
umbrella?
really big
The
white.
big one? Okay. That's what she actually wanted. Okay. So my sister goes to the pet store, all excited to buy my mom this bird. And she comes home and she has it all covered with a bow, and says, I bought you something, Mom. Happy birthday or happy Mother's Day or whatever it was. She was super excited
Yes.
because it was my mom's dream bird, except she got the wrong bird. She got a cockatiel, not a cockatoo.
It's
So we ended up with Ernie and Lady. I know it's cold.
one of the babies over there cold.
Hang on a minute. Stop. No. We're on live. I brought your mail in this morning. Okay, Jaden, I'm on a live.
Okay, so this is a cockatoo.
I did, but I didn't see it.
For anybody that is curious, this is a cockatoo.
Oh. Okay, birthday girl. You have to come over and so they can see you. Oh, stop it. Oh, get over here.
Happy birthday, darling.
They say happy birthday. Yeah, you can go eat your pork chop.
All right. Well,
And
we're past the 1 hour mark, so I think we need to go ahead and end this for the day because I still got my 12 days of Quiltmas video. I got to finish recording,
you're doing so good on this.
and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Well, I
So,
decided that I'm not ever going to say I'm doing Quiltmas again because every year I say I'm going to do Vlogmas or Quiltmas or whatever, I get sick. I can't do it.
well, you know what? Instead of saying you're gonna do it, if you're
Just
up
do
for
it.
it, just post a video.
Yeah. I'm thinking I might go because I haven't been live since Thanksgiving. I don't think I've been live since Thanksgiving. I may have been once, but other than that, I haven't been on.
Oh, Laura, I'm so sorry. She said she's actually terrified of birds. She said, I was
Aw.
attacked as a child by a large black crow. They're mean, and the crown was trying to get my breath out of my hair. Oh, wow.
They can be mean.
Yes.
That's like the episode of Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds. Ooh.
So, everybody, if you guys get out and about today, please have fun. Be safe. Make sure you smile a true smile from the heart because you never know whose day you can change with a simple gesture of a smile. And it brightens up your own day as well. And gloomy, snowy days like here right now, you always need some sunshine.
it's it's
So
yucky.
everybody have a wonderful, beautiful day and make sure you check out um the 12 Days of Quiltmas video with, oh my gosh, who was it for tonight? Oh my gosh, my brain just completely froze.
I
I
don't
gotta
know.
look at my phone, see who, for the schedule, see who was today. Because I cannot believe I just completely, utterly froze. Okay, so Tammy is today. I am tomorrow at 6 p.m. for all of us. Every day at 6 p.m. Eastern when it drops. So Tammy the Siberian Wind is today. I am tomorrow at 6 p.m. Donna with Handmade by Ying is on Tuesday. Wednesday is Andy from True Blue Quilts. Um, Thursday is April with April's quilting or
Craft room.
yes,
It's a
April's
craft
craft room.
room.
Thank you. And then the colorblind quilter Tom is on the last day, day 12. And then on the 15th, Kristen from Scrap Fabric More will be doing the drawing for the giveaways to see who gets each of our items over on her channel at 6 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys tune into all this goodness because after Tom does his video on day 12, we will be dropping the links into our videos. You only got to fill it out one time. It's a Google form. You only got to fill it out one time, and that gets you entered to win.
But you do have to have all the words, right? Correct?
You had to have all the words, and you had to be subscribed to all 12 channels. If you're not subscribed to the 12 channels, then get in there and subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe,
And
subscribe.
subscribe. Oh, look, I have health insurance. Yay.
That's always a bonus.
Well, I
All
had to go
right.
to last year without it. So,
Right. Okay. So on that note, I'm taking off because my brain is fried.
hey, everybody.
Bye, guys.